Tonight on NAIT NewsWatch.
We look inside the food industry and see what kind of dangers lurk in restaurant kitchens.
By going on in the industry and seeing that maybe somebody's doing something wrong and correcting that, I think that's important.
A look in Assured Park's drive-thru, not selling food, but instead giving residents a unique way to vote.
I just feel like it affects my everyday life, so I feel like it's important that I go out and give my say.
And how new technology could help stop the threat of online scams.
Text messages, emails, just basically trying to get you to click on that link.
NewsWatch starts now.
Good evening. If you've ever wondered what's happening behind the kitchen doors at your favorite restaurant, you may not want to know.
A local investigation reveals shocking safety violations in some Edmonton restaurants, leading many in the food industry, including NAIT culinary students, to call for tougher standards. Our Tia Thorpe tells us more live here at NAIT.
Thanks, guys. A 6-month-long investigation by the Edmonton Journal and MacEwan's journalism program uncovers an alarming amount of unsanitary conditions. These conditions include mice, cockroaches, and expired food.
Vast majority of restaurants have food safety violations.
I've never had any food that seems underprepared or underdelivered.
More home-style cooking that they get versus like the overproduced that a lot of chain restaurants feel like.
Yeah, I've never had any real problem with anything that they've served.
Alberta's health inspection system is also under pressure as there's limited staff and restaurants often get advance notice of inspections, giving restaurants time to clean up and potentially hide any health violations.
When the inspectors came back, 40% still had violations. So the fact that inspectors came didn't seem to change behavior.
Unlike many major cities, Alberta only requires 1 staff per restaurant to hold a food safety certification. This means many employees go without any formal training.
We are dealing with dangerous things, pathogens and other things like that. All of our students have their food safety and sanitation. By going on in the industry and seeing that maybe somebody's doing something wrong and correcting that, I think that's important.
These findings have growing support for stronger food safety rules, such as mandatory certifications for all staff, more frequent inspections, and the introduction of public restaurant safety grades with key features of the Dine Safe program. From unsanitary conditions to a lack of mandatory staff training, while some restaurants work hard to maintain high standards, the evidence shows that more must be done to protect public health.
Thanks, Tia. What is the Dine Safe program?
Sarah, the Dine Safe program is a law in Toronto where restaurants must follow health rules and allow inspections. If they don't, they can be fined or shut down. Alberta wants to follow and have stricter health regulations.
Tia, where can I find restaurant inspection records in Alberta?
Dylan, Alberta Health Services posts food inspection reports online. Just head to ahs.ca and search public health records.
Thanks, Tia. That's our Tia Thorpe reporting live from the hallways of NAIT.
You're watching NAIT NewsWatch, the next generation of news.
A new post-secondary report could affect students' tuition, diversity policies, and government funding.
We're here. The younger generation is here.
The report focuses on making Alberta's universities, polytechnics, and colleges more competitive, with post-secondary enrollment expected to increase 21% by 2034. The panel says any tuition increases should be capped at 2% for the duration of a student's degree. The panel also says they encourage institutions to stay neutral while fostering an environment of diversity.
It's about collaboration, working together, because when we're all inclusive, that itself provides an atmosphere of belongingness.
The committee also encourages Alberta to focus their funding on research and apprenticeship programs. The Government of Alberta is reviewing the report and consulting with post-secondary leaders to determine next steps.
With the election coming up, one community has an alternative to the typical voting polls. Sherwood Park held their second drive-through polling station this past week, giving residents a chance to vote while staying in the comfort of their car. Edmonton saw 41,000 voters this year at the advanced polls, a decrease from 2021, which saw 64,000 voters. We asked students if they're going to vote and why.
I'm planning on it, yeah.
Why do you feel like you have to vote or want to vote?
I just feel like it affects my everyday life, so I feel like it's important that I go out and give my say.
No, I did not. How come? I did not know there was one.
Yeah, I did.
How come you voted this year?
I just wanted my voice to be heard for the city election.
If you didn't get a chance to vote at the advanced polls this year, Election Day is on October 20th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
With cybercrimes on the rise, one Canadian company is creating a free solution. Stingray Security has been named the winner of the Edmonton Police and Alberta Securities Commission's Scam Shield Investor Protection Challenge. With credit card fraud and identity theft up 10 to 20%, investment-based scams make up the majority of cases. Stingray's new tech is a free browser plugin that allows users to see if a link is suspicious by hovering their cursor over it.
With the integration of AI, they're now able to fake websites. The emails look really real. They're creating deep fakes. They're on social media. It's just basically everywhere. One of the things that you want to do is just double check basically any type of attachments or links. It looks real, but it's really not.
If you think you or someone you know has been targeted by cyber fraud, visit the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre to report it.
Crime in Edmonton is at an overall low, but one statistic seems to be rising. Crime has been a big issue in the city recently, with an increase in gun violence. This time last year, Edmonton had 92 shootings. So far this year, Edmonton has seen 102 shootings, which is an 11% increase over this past year.
I think the Edmonton police have to start utilizing evidence-based practices. And one of the things that is for gun violence is it's called focused deterrence. It was first done in 1996 in Boston, the Boston Ceasefire Project, and replicated multiple times.
Focused deterrence is when the police give opportunities to get out and get jobs. This helped the Boston ceasefire to reduce gun violence by 60%.
Coming up after our break, we hear from weather to see what comes out on top, the cold or the warm weather.
As well as learning how the Edmonton Elks are teaming up with minor football around Edmonton with the recent teacher strike.
Hi, I'm Josh McCord for this week's weather. It seems the cold front we had last weekend has come to pass, and this weekend seems a bit warmer, so we can take the jackets off and leave the t-shirts on.
Hi, I'm Avery Stenson with NAIT NewsWatch. In sports, I'll be talking to you about the high school camp the Elks are holding for players affected by the teacher strike, and a look ahead into our NAIT women's basketball team. That and more in sports.
Welcome back. After all this cold, it seems you might get a break from it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. After the chilly weekend, I thought we might have to bring the heavy jackets out early.
Our Josh McCord has more on if this cold will stay or go.
Thanks, team. Last weekend was quite the cold front with temperatures as low as 0, though this weekend seems to be warming up a bit, just before the winter comes in. For Edmonton, it seems the snow has to wait a little bit longer. We'll take a look at this weekend's forecast to see if this weather has decided if it wants to be fall or winter. Now on to the forecast. We're starting off with Calgary, which seems a bit all right. We got a high of 12 and a low of 1. Your average temperature for October. Now moving on to Jasper. Jasper is not the place you want to be if you do not like the cold. We have a high of 5 and a low of -3. If you don't like the snow, maybe don't go there. Now moving on to Fort McMurray, decent weather. We have a high of 11 and a low of 0, though precipitation is 60%, so you might get a little wet. Moving on to our hometown of Edmonton, it seems that it's the place to be this weekend, with a high of 13 and a low of 2. Now moving on to Edmonton's averages, we have a high of 10 for our averages and a low of 1. Pretty good for Edmonton in October. And our records is a high of 24 in 1978 and a low of -16 in 1905. Take me back to the 70s, please. Well, this weekend might be perfect if you want to go and put on your winter tires, since it seems to be a little warmer. I know I will.
NewsWatch Weather is brought to you by NR92, the station for the students.
Welcome to this week's Question of the Week.
In partnership with the NAIT Nugget, we ask you for your opinion each week. Ashan Jawani has more.
Hi everyone, it's Ashan Jawani for this week's Question of the Week. We want to hear from you on what matters most in this city election, from public transit to crime and other city services such as snow removal. We'd love to hear from you. Please submit your answers to @TheNateNugget on Instagram. Looking forward to hearing your responses.
Thanks, Ashan. Don't forget to vote Monday in the upcoming election. With the teacher strike ongoing, that means high school athletes have to find a new way to practice.
And the Ooks women's basketball team is starting a new campaign. Our Avery sent us everything you need to know heading into that season.
Thanks, guys. With 4 new players, the Ooks women's basketball team is looking to take the step forward in the pursuit of bringing home another banner for NAIT. Last season, the Ooks finished 5th, but showed signs of greatness. This year, with a strong veteran core and 4 new additions, the team is built for the long road back to the ACAC championship.
We want to build our confidence. You know, we've had a lot of retention. This is the first time that we've had a veteran squad since we took over. And I just want to go into gyms with the confidence that we're going to come out with a win. You know, the doubt and the fear is something of the past, and we know that we can compete and we know what we bring every day.
The Ooks women's basketball team is set to begin their season tonight at 6 against Red Deer Polytechnic. With the ongoing teacher strike, not only is class canceled, but so is the football season. For players around the province, it's a tough time. In an effort to allow kids to keep developing their skills at the highest level, the Edmonton Elks are hosting free practices for players around the province. The camps filled up with players in a matter of hours, with over 100 players attending and more left on the waiting list for the chance to learn and train with the help of Elks players running the drills and giving them the advice on how to progress to the next level.
I am happy to be here, getting practice in the off season, because it's off season now with school cut short. It's amazing. It allows us to develop our skills so much. It helped me develop my skills and continue being on the field working.
Elks are hosting these practices every Tuesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 until the end of October. Wow, guys, what a great opportunity for young athletes to experience.
I agree, Avery. I would have loved to train to the pros when I was younger.
I've never been too into sports, but I hope our Ooks do well this year.
Thanks, Avery. Coming up next, we go back in time and look at a large display of dinosaurs built out of Lego bricks.
But first, Ashan Jawani takes us inside a rollerblading rink to try this.
Definitely keep your knees bent and lean forward, because if you stand up too straight, you're gonna go straight back.
My name is Maddie Jirwa. This week in entertainment, I take you to the Edmonton Story Slam at 9910 Nightclub. And up next, I'll take you to a ghoulish night market at the Aviation Museum. That and more after the break.
You're watching NAIT NewsWatch, the next generation of news.
Welcome back. Sir, I don't know about you, but I sure do like skating.
Well, Dylan, our Ashan Jawani ties up his skates and tries rollerblading, which is the perfect activity if you enjoy the thrill of skating while remaining indoors.
I'm Ashan Jawani, and for this Try This, we're going roller skating. I've always wanted to try roller skating, and now was the perfect time to go with my 2 friends, Avery and Quinn. Join me for this Try This. Now let's get laced up. There's 2 different options for skates, and the ones that worked best for me were the ones with the higher heels. It's also recommended you get some wrist protection in case you fall.
Definitely keep your knees bent and lean forward, because if you stand up too straight, you're gonna go straight back. So always lean forward, because then you can catch yourself. And keep trying.
And that's exactly what happened to me. Luckily, I made a fast recovery. This is harder than it looks. I'm okay though. Falling didn't stop me from getting back up. I got up and I was getting better slowly and slowly. So we had some issues with the last skates. There was a bearing that popped on them, so I just got some new ones. Let's see how that goes for me. And the new skates definitely made a difference. With this place, it was just amazing. From the lights and the atmosphere and the music and all the great people around. After my first time roller skating, I can definitely say I enjoyed the time I spent. For me, it was getting over that fear of falling. And after today, I definitely think I'll be back roller skating again. For my first time roller skating, I think I did a pretty good job. For NAIT NewsWatch, I'm Ishan Juwani, and you should try this.
Well, if you're a fan of Lego, you're going to love this. Dylan, are you a big fan?
I'm quite a big fan. I built a couple sets in my childhood. Why do you ask?
Well, a new Lego exhibit opened up at the Telus World of Science, which seems pretty exciting. Our Maddie Jarawa has more in entertainment.
Thanks, guys. The weather is turning cooler with the leaves almost fallen, making indoor activities more popular. Telus World of Science has prepared a novel and spectacular Jurassic World, and this time the special feature is made out of Lego. Our Benjamin Wang has more.
The Canadian premiere of Jurassic World by Brickman welcomes Edmontonians this October at Edmonton's Telus World of Science, bringing a massive all-Lego dinosaur exhibition to the country for the very first time.
It's so exciting to have Jurassic World by Brickman here at Telus World of Science Edmonton. So not only is it the Canadian premiere, but it is the only stop in all of Canada to come. So super exciting to have it here in Edmonton.
The audience can walk through the iconic gates, explore the science lab, and come to face with over 15 life-size dinosaurs. The star of the show is the mighty T-Rex, a fan favorite built from staggering 278,000 bricks. This immersive experience is the result of over 2 years of work by Ryan Brickman McNaught and his team, who designed, built, and created an entire world from 6 million Lego bricks, bringing it to Canada.
All kinds of things, from adding to Isla Nublar to building hybrid dinosaurs or building baby dinosaurs. There's something for everyone to do, and it's in not just one area, it's contained right throughout the exhibition.
Beside me, you see the spectacle, the scale, the science, the millions of bricks, and the Jurassic. But what it actually strikes me is what it represents, a spark of curiosity, a challenge to create, and a new generation of builders finding that inspiration right here. NAIT NewsWatch, Benjamin Wang.
In a place celebrated for its vibrant live music and underground culture, a monthly gathering is igniting the stage with powerful storytelling, clever humor, and unforgettable narratives. The Edmonton Story Slam is a live storytelling event where anyone with a 5-minute tale can step up to the mic and share their voice. The event on Wednesday was sponsored by LitFest, who gave out cash prizes to the best nonfiction stories.
Other than the kitten, but no, my whole phone, if you want to come see the kitten, there's like a million pictures of the cat on my phone right now. It's so adorable.
Allison Hagen, the board chair of the Edmonton Story Slam Society, works closely with the 9910 nightclub to organize the event every third Wednesday of the month. The next event is on November 19th. Things got bootyful at the Alberta Aviation Museum as Ghouls Night Out Market brought in a night of spooky fun with a pastel twist. Divine Pop-Up Market hosted the Ghouls Night Out Market. Divine Pop-Up encouraged guests to dress up, shop local, and soak in the upcoming Halloween spirit.
I thought of a fun Halloween themed market. I've never done a Halloween or night market, and I thought it'd be something so creative and so fun to bring a community together and celebrate.
There was about 82 vendors at the market, ranging from cool stickers to delicious matcha. Divine Pop-Up says there'll be another market happening December for the holidays. Hey guys, I got a cool keychain. What do you think?
Super cute. That market looked like a lot of fun.
I did. We might have to go next year.
Yeah.
Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks.
That Lego event makes me want to go out and buy a Lego set for this weekend.
Yeah, and that Ghouls Night Out event is getting me in the mood for Halloween.
That is true. Thanks for tuning into our show.
Join us next week for our open house show on October 24th.